Hey, it's Soul, and it hasn't even been 24 hours since the launch of 10.0.5, and yet the WoW team is like, yeah, let's give them more. Um, I didn't expect it to be this soon, but this article just came out. We're gonna react to it. This is gonna be one of those blog reading things where I read and react. The link to it is going to be in the description below, and let's get right to it. In development, see what's next in patch 10.0.7. Dude, this is fast. 10.07 is in development, and with it comes a variety of new content updates, including a return to the Forbidden Reach, new heritage armor for orcs and humans, and more. So first off, return to the Forbidden Reach. To learn more of the story of the Dracthyr Evoker awakening now that the defeat of Razageth has been secured. This zone includes new content for max level players, delving into the troubles left behind by the meddling of the primalists and the chaos they've left behind among the elements. Players will encounter new bosses and objectives, more storms, yay, new loot to add to their arsenal, and more. Very curious if it's going to be like, upgradey stuff and not like the 389s that we're having right now. Ooh, a picture. Both orcs and humans can earn new heritage armor to show off their pride. You'll follow a series of quests, culminating in receiving a new armor set specific to your race. Please don't disappoint. Humans. It's armor. I like what this is. It is good old footman armor. But, I was talking about this earlier in some other stream, and I was commenting that, it'd be, is a human defined, is a Stormwind human defined by a footman armor? And I wanted to say no. Blizzard's like, nah, yeah, it is. I mean, this is one of those definitely better looking armors, but at least right now, my excitement, especially having waited this long to get like the titular races of the Warcraft franchise to see what their heritage armor is. My response right now is it's kind of tepid. All right, it's not bad, but now I'm like, okay, is orcs just gonna be like grunt armor? Let's find out. Yeah, it is. But man, that's a wicked grunt. Ooh. I mean, much cooler than the common stuff that we've seen. I gotta say, like between the two, kind of like the orc one more. This one is it's like busy in different in a way that just doesn't really come off that well. Um, is it really armor? If everything but the important parts, is being whatever the case, this does look cool. I think the pictures right here aren't doing it justice. I want to see this thing in motion. That's what I'd really like to see. Yeah, I think right now, maybe it's because I feel bad for being kind of like semi-sexist, but it doesn't like look quite as cool on the female model. It looks wicked on the male model. Now, I have a feeling that it might look better on female orcs anyway, but oh well. Enough of that. The monk expands to new races. Oh! In a 10.07 content update, the monk class will be able to the Goblin, Lightforge, Draenei, and Worgen races, like what people were hoping for. And I believe that rounds up everybody. I think with this, with the exception of obviously the Dracthyr, monks, those are the only, yeah, I think we got everyone. So cool. Recruit a Friend refresh. All new rewards are arriving to the Recruit a Friend program, letting you bring in new and returning friends to World of Warcraft. Stay tuned to the official site for more details when we get closer to launching the update. To learn more about the current Recruit a Friend program, you can visit our previously published article. Yada yada yada. I know that there was a kind of a buff to the Recruit a Friend program where eligible players needed to have not played the game for what I believe to be was 2 years, and that has been reduced to 1 year to expand on how many folks would be able to get in on this, which is cool. And that's it. 10.07 will be making its way to the PTR soon. Keep an eye on the official forums, yada, yada, yada. All right, back to this. So come at me, folks. Be visceral. Like, is my bias showing perhaps, but or do I just, or objectively, is the orc model just like kind of better, I would say. So let me open these up, all right? Let me open these up, do a side by side kind of comparison, all right? Make these bigger, bigger, bigger if I can. Please, please, please. Thank you. All right, so which do you think is the cooler model? You know, maybe the human one is growing on me. I think I like this. I love the non-symmetrical shoulders because now we can do like a really cool, like, okay, I'm going to have the thing there, but I'm going to have something else on the other side. Same thing goes here. I love the human helmet. The helmet looks wicked. The orc one is very cool, although it's just like missing, missing that the iconic red that makes this horde armor. I feel like I'm missing something, but I guess that this kind of goes back to the orcish horde. The horde of like back in the day before red. The red really started to dominate things. But I like this. It's very thick on the orc side. The human side looks a little bit thinner. I'm going to be curious to see how it's going to look on the different genders too, because I think we've seen historically that when it comes to armor sets, the sizing and everything, it looks really different on female models than it does on male models. Although for orcs, I remember the Mag'har heritage armor, and that stuff had like really thick pieces. That kind of gave like this different, this very all-terrain sort of vibe to it. This one is very much like based on like marching onto a battlefield, like both of these. So I'll be curious to see how these things look. But yeah, what do you guys think so far? Leave a comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys for the next thing. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.